everyone, this one talks about something. I'm someone, you're someone, we're all someone, and today something we're going to be talking about is Ultimate Custom Night, and more specifically, we're going to be ranking every Ultimate Custom Night character. Now, before we get into ranking the characters, we have a couple things we need to cover. First, thank you so much for the support on this channel. I appreciate all of you so very much. I still can't believe we've gotten over 100,000 views. I think we're up to like 146,000 total views on the channel, which is just so unreal to me, and I want to thank all of you so very much, and I truly appreciate all of you so much for watching my videos. And the next thing is, with this ranking, it's not going to be based off how they look like how my YouTube shorts were, where I ranked the best and the worst animatronics. These will have different factors to them, like their jump scares, their game mechanics, but their looks will play a little part into it. Also, I will be ranking the 50 main animatronics, Dee Dee, and her little summons that she does. So enough talk, let's get into ranking them. Starting at number 59, we have Dee Dee. So her mechanic is that at random times she will appear and summon a new animatronic into the mix, and the only way to stop her is by turning on Dee Dee Repellent. Now, she's a very annoying character and can also prevent you from getting the Old Man Consequences Easter egg, the Fredbear Easter egg, and she can also mess up a lot of people's runs, so that's why she gets the last place, and she's just really annoying. Next, at number 58, we have ROX, who is the shadow glitchy version of Dee Dee. Not 100% sure the best way to describe her, so I'm not going to go as much detail there because it's kind of just a repeat of 59. She only appears in 50-20 mode, however, she cannot be turned off with the Dee Dee Repellent, and I actually learned that while researching the script. The reason she is ranked better than Dee Dee is because she is only available in 50-20 mode, so she won't be as big of a problem for most players, and she looks way cooler. Now, on number 57, we have the mini arenas, who get summoned by ROX, and their game mechanic is that once they're summoned, they block your view for about 45 seconds, so truthfully, it's a lame character with an even worse game mechanic. Now, grab your balloons, because at number 56, we have Balloon Boy, whose mechanic is that he will sneak into your office, and if you don't stop him, he will disable your flashlight for a bit. So what do I think of him? He's super annoying, and truthfully, a very weird character that is terrible, and ranking them here out of, I'm kind of ranking them here out of spite for stealing my batteries. And next, we have number 55, we have Phantom Balloon Boy this time, who appears on your minder, and if you don't change or close your minder, you will be jump scared. And honestly, I really like the Phantoms, and I like the fact that this mechanic is very similar to that of FNAF 3, but once again, I'm kind of putting him here out of spite. And at number 54, we have JJ, the very annoying female version of Balloon Boy, where her mechanic is if she gets into your office, she disables the doors, and once again, a decent mechanic, just a very annoying character, so I really can't rank her higher than this. Next up at number 53, we have Botnet. Her mechanic is that once she is summoned by ROX, she runs across the screen, and if you don't press her nose in time, she will jump scare you. For me, I love the character of Botnet because it's a pink reskin of Bonbon, and Bonbon is an amazing character, and the color pink is amazing as well, and you cannot tell me otherwise. I'm actually wearing a pink shirt right now, and I absolutely love it. However, I have to rank her here because 1, she's an underused character, and 2, she's a hand puppet animatronic, but it really doesn't seem like a good character to have here because of that, because it seems like she needs another character with her. Now let's pick up the trash, because at number 52 we have Trash in the Gang, who kind of just appears randomly and then makes a loud noise. So I mean, it's a kind of cool mechanic because if you're not really expecting the loud noise, it can catch you off guard, but for me, they're just kind of too random of a character to be ranked any higher. Now, I need some help here, because at number 51 we have Helpy, who is very similar to Trash in the Gang. The only difference is that you can stop him by pressing his nose when he appears. So when he scares you, he gets in your face with an air horn. However, though, I have to rank him here. Maybe if it was buff Helpy, he would have been ranked much higher. Let's pick up the phone and get to number 50. We have Phone Guy, who will call you throughout the night, and all you have to do to stop him is by pressing the mute call button whenever it appears. Now, Phone Guy is an amazing character, but isn't too special for this character roster. However, he is better than the characters that came before him, so this is where I have to put him. I can't put him any higher, and I can't really put him any lower. And we'll plush our way to number 49, we have Plush Trap. He appears after ROX summons him. Then his mechanic works where he will appear on your minder, and you have to knock him off the chair. I think the mechanic is very cool for him, but the character isn't that great, and he really only appears in 50-20 mode, so it's not really that, like, impressive or anything. Now, let's scrap at number 48, because we have Peanut Head. Nope, sorry, what? No, that's his name. Jimmy Neutron? No, that's not right. Oh, of course, it's Scrap Trap. The worst! Ooh, don't get me started. His mechanic is that once a night, he will attack and flicker lights, and all you need to do is close the right vent door. You already know I don't like Scrap Trap, and he only attacks once, which is super lame, so... But enough. Let's rock now to number 47. We have Rockstar Freddy, whose mechanic is that you need to pay him 5 Faz coins, and I think the Rockstars are absolutely amazing, and I absolutely love him. However, I don't think that they are better than some of the other animatronics on this list, so that's kind of why I put them here. And we're going to rock again with number 46, where we have Rockstar Chica, whose mechanic is she will appear in the hallways, and you need to put up a wet floor sign. I gotta say, I absolutely love the voice actor for Rockstar Chica. I believe she is perfectly acted, and they did an outstanding job on it. However, I have to rank her here with some of the other rock stars. Let's rock for a third time, because at number 45 we have Rockstar Bonnie, whose mechanic is that once he appears in your office you have to go and find his guitar. And again, I absolutely love his voice actor. It's amazing and an awesome voice. However, again, I have to rank him here with the others. Now, we've been rocking a lot, so let's go get a bite to eat. At number 44's new restaurant, we have El Chip, whose mechanic is that he makes an ad appear on your screen. And the reason I ranked him here is because, for those of you who don't know, I believe El Chip is a FNAF version of one of Scout's early creations, which is Chipper and Sons, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And 2, I'm really hungry right now, so that's kind of why I put him here. And move over Freddy, because we have number 43 up, which is Happy Frog. Her mechanic is that she climbs through the air duct, and you have to use the audio lure to get rid of her. And I'm not going to be honest with you, I love the mediocre melodies. They are some of my personal favorites. However, I know that a lot of people don't like them, and I'm not sure why. So if you do not like the mediocre melodies, please let me know why, because I've not been able to figure out why people don't like them. I know people don't like them, but I'm like, why do you not like them? I think they're funny characters. But like I said, I love them. However, they have a simple design and they are goofy, so I kind of have to rank them here. And leaving a mark at number 42, we have Ned Bear. His mechanic is pretty much the same as Happy Frog, except he can be affected by the heater, and again, pretty much the same reason as Happy Frog, where he's here. He's goofy, so we're going to put him, but we're putting him above Happy Frog. And now appearing at number 41, we have Orville the Elephant. His mechanic is again pretty much the same as the other mediocre melodies, where the audio lure doesn't work but the heater does. And once again, a goofy character. I wish I could have ranked him higher because he's boys with Mr. Hippo, but I have to put him here. Now, strumming their banjo all the way to number 40, we have Pig Patch. His mechanic for the 4th time is basically the same as the others. The audio lure holds him in place and the heater pushes him back. I put him here above the other ones because I love his voice lines, and he feels like a discounted motivational speaker. Like, he says some vaguely things that seem motivational but kind of don't really make much sense. Now we'll hop our way to number 39 because we have Ennard. His mechanic is he will make it into your office through the vent, and once you hear a squeaking noise, you close the vent. Honestly, Ennard is a great character, but it's a lame mechanic for him, and he's kind of underused for the type of character he is. But now let's Freddy Fazbear our way to number 38, and yes, I couldn't think of a better transition than that, so we're just going to go with that. So who's at number 38? We have Freddy. His mechanic is that he will appear in the left hall, and you have to shut the door where he stands in the doorway. Honestly, boring mechanic, but because it's Freddy, and it reminds me of him appearing in the left hallway in FNAF 1, he goes here. Let's now eat some pizza and get to number 37, where we have Chica. Her mechanic is that she doesn't care if the music box stays wound up, but she does like uniqueness, and you just have to make sure you change the music every so often. Honestly, I like this mechanic. I think it's pretty unique and helps my hunch that Chica is a total diva, and you cannot fight me on that. I'm positive she's a diva. Shoot, we just got jump scared by Mr. Hug, so we might as well just get to number 36. We have Toy Freddy. His mechanic is that he sits in parts and services and is playing Five Nights with Mr. Hugs, and you just have to make sure he doesn't get jump scared. I think this is a great mechanic because truthfully you're playing 2 FNAF games in one, and it works perfectly with his character. However, my problem is he blames us for his loss. Like, dude, chill. You lost the game, not us. Whoa, Toy Freddy. I didn't mean it. I'll take it back. Okay. Don't. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'll take it back, Toy Freddy. Now let's wind up that music box because at number 35 is the puppet, where his mechanic is just like in FNAF 2, where you just have to keep the music box wound up. I think this is a perfect mechanic for him because it's the mechanic from FNAF 2 and the voice lines he gives about the others being like animals.
The others are like animals, but I am very aware.
And that he's no longer scared.
I recognize you, but I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore.
Are amazing lines that I think just make William's suffering much worse for him, and is just perfect. Now, let's be careful and make sure we don't shine a light, because at number 34, we have Nightmare Balloon Boy. His mechanic is that if he's slumped in your office, you do not shine your light on. However, if he's sitting up in your office, you must shine your light on. Yes, I strongly dislike Balloon Boy. We're going to say strongly dislike. Absolutely no. But I absolutely love the design of Nightmare Balloon Boy, and his mechanic is a recreation of the End of the Night FNAF 4 minigame, so I kind of have to put him here. Now, we must leave the demon to his demons and rest, because at number 33 we have Old Man Consequences, whose mechanic is that you must catch a fish or else he'll lock you out of your monitors for a short time. One, I love the Easter egg you can get from him if you send him to difficulty 1 and catch a fish, and that's where you get brought to his lake, and it's an absolutely amazing scene. And then you can get an achievement for FNAF World, so it's even better there. We're now going to skate our way on over to number 32, where we have Scrap Trap. Her mechanic is that she will appear on the opposite side of your desk whenever she moves. You must use a controlled shock. I think she's a great character. However, though, I think her mechanic should have not been given to her. I think it should have been given to Circus Baby. Also, I'm not the hugest fan of the design of Scrap Baby, but I do think it works because it's kind of her trying to rebuild herself. So I think it's a decent design, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. Now we must ballet our way over to number 31, where we have Ballora. Her mechanic is that she will approach from one of the hallways, and you must listen to know which door to close. I think the mechanic for her is okay, but the design of her, sorry, what was I saying? Now let's dance to number 30, who is Circus Baby, whose mechanic is you need to buy her plushie before she attacks you. Now, Circus Baby is an amazing character who I think is amazing and this really cool creation. However, she is so underused in this game and Sister Location, which I know I really should bring up Sister Location when ranking this character for Ultimate Custom Night, but it's an important thing to mention that she's just so underused, so I wanted to rank her higher up, but I couldn't rank her too high because she is underused and there's not a whole lot of a character there. And now really quick, side note is I just got done recording this whole script, and I realized I hadn't put Circus Baby in. So this that I just talked about with Circus Baby was recorded after the fact. So all the numbers from 30 to 7 are all off. So this next one's going to say 30, but that should be 29 and so on and so forth. So 29 is going to be 28, 27 is going to be 26, all the way to the top 5. The top 5 is where it's corrected. And I was going to re-record all that audio, but that's literally over half the audio, and to get this video out at a decent time, I have to just stick with what I have. So I'm very sorry about that, but I wanted to let you know. And so now let's get back into it. Let's just make room for one more and get to number 30. We have Lefty. His mechanic is that he becomes active from noise and heat, and you can calm him only with the global music box, not the other music box. An amazing character. The voice lines are amazing. The only thing, though, I'm not really sure about Lefty is if the voice lines are directed towards William Afton or if they're directed to the puppet. Also, having the music box be a part of the mechanic is also perfect for the character because that's trying to soothe the puppet, and the heat and noise being a nod to Pizzeria Simulator. Okay, now we need to put our mask on. For number 29, we have Toy Bonnie, who, once he appears in the room, we must put our mask on. And him going in front of your camera, shaking and flashing, was absolutely amazing to me. It really makes you feel some dread, and I think it's incredible the way they did it. Next on to the jazz playing Bunny. At number 28, we have Bonnie. His mechanic is that he shares Pirate's Cove with Foxy, and if he's in there when you look at him, he will scream and cause static. I love the character Bonnie. The mechanic for him is incredible. He's like, nah, don't look at me. Why did I say it like that? Next, the swashbuckling pirate at number 27, we have Foxy. His mechanic is that he will slowly leave Pirate's Cove if you're not checking on him, and then once he is out of the cove, he will enter your office piece by piece. Now, Foxy's an amazing character, has hilarious voice lines, and his mechanic is very unique and kind of a little strange, so I really wonder why they chose that mechanic from, but I still think it's cool nonetheless. Now we're in the top 25 where the ranking switches over to more focusing on the positives instead of the negatives. So now we need to make sure you change your monitor, because on the monitor is number 26. We have Phantom Mangle, whose mechanic is that if you see him on your monitor, you must change it or he will create an audio disturbance. I think Mangle is a great character, except I think Phantom Mangle looks worse. However, though, it's still a great character and terrifying nonetheless. Flashlight to get to number 25 because it's Phantom Freddy. His mechanic is that he slowly starts to appear in your office and the heat makes him appear quicker, and the way to get rid of him is by shining your flashlight on him. And I gotta say, the design of him is amazing. I'm going to be honest with you right now, Phantom Freddy doesn't look like a Phantom version of Freddy to me. He looks more like a Phantom version of Golden Freddy. Now if you agree with this, please let me know, because I'm thinking that could be important if that's correct. Now, appearing in your office is number 24, which is Golden Freddy. His mechanic is that he will at times appear in your office and you either need to put up your mask or throw up the monitor. Amazing character, and can give you my favorite Easter egg in this game, the Fredbear jump scare, who we will be ranking later, by the way, just so you know. Also, he has an amazing design, and him appearing slumped over in office is just perfect for me. Next, let's spring a trap and get to number 23, which is of course Springtrap. His mechanic is that he makes his way through the vent opening, and once you see his face looking down at you, you need to close the vent on him. Amazing callback to him crawling through the vents in FNAF 3. Also, it's amazing to be able to see him with a better jump scare, and the fact that this jump scare is in the game is great for me. However, it's not better than his Help Wanted jump scare, but it is much better than his FNAF 3 jump scare. Now you better watch out for your frontal lobe, because we're mangling at number 2 with Mangle, whose mechanic is that they climb through the vents, and once he reaches the vent opening, he will never leave. So you must use the vent snare to prevent her from making it to the opening. Really incredible and unique design, and their voice lines reference to the one you shouldn't have killed gets me a little confused, because there's only a couple handful of characters that get that kind of reference, and I'm wondering what the significance is behind some characters having it, some characters not. Now the lights are starting to go down now because of number 21, which is RWQFSFASXC. Nailed it! Who once gets summoned by ROX. He makes your office completely dark for roughly 10 seconds. This is absolutely petrifying to me because it makes the office pitch black. The only thing you can see is his eyes and teeth, and it's just something to keep you up at night. Also, the fact is, it kind of reminds me of my sleep paralysis demon friend Bailey, who keeps me up at night while I'm trying to sleep. Also, not to mention, Shadow Bonnie is by far one of my favorite characters throughout all of this franchise. Ignoring my sleep paralysis demon friend, next up, I can't sleep either on my bed because we have number 20, who is Nightmare Freddy. His mechanic is that Freddles starts to accumulate in your office and you must shine your light on them or else. Amazing, horrifying design, and the mechanic is an amazing reference to FNAF 4. Also, the voice lines he has are just perfect because they sum up the situation incredibly well. Quickly move your mouse because at number 19 we have Nightmare, whose mechanic is that you must not let your mouse linger on them for too long or else. The design of them is scary. It gives us an updated jump scare for them. Yes, it's not that good, but it's a much better version than the jump scare we had before. And the fact they move around to block your vision is amazing as well.
I was the first. I have seen everything.
Yes, she may be the first, but not right here where she is at number 18, Withered Chica. Her mechanic is that she climbs through the air vents, but she may get stuck in there while trying to enter the office, and you must use the vents there to prevent this from happening. Horrifying design, and the voice lines are amazing because it lets us know Susie was the first of the MCI. My only problem is that her getting stuck in the vent is kind of goofy and takes away from the character. That's my only problem with it. Next up, where's his face? I don't know, but I do know where the rest of him is, and that's at number 17 on the list, Withered Bonnie. His mechanic is that he will appear in your office ready to attack, and you must throw on the Freddy mask to make him leave. Amazing reference to his first appearance in FNAF 2. Absolutely creepy design, and the voicing for him is just icing on the cake. Now let's get all the way back to the start of the franchise with number 16, Fredbear, whose mechanic is that if you set Golden Freddy to difficulty 1 and without DD appearing, use the death coin on him, Fredbear will jump scare you instead. This is absolutely terrific because of the fact that this is the first time we actually get to see a Fredbear animatronic, because we see Spring Bonnie in the form of Springtrap, but we only ever see 8-bit Fredbear before this, and the voice lines are awesome, referencing to the tagline of the franchise. Notably when Fredbear says there is more fantasy and fun where I come from, just amazing line to me, and I absolutely love it. Now yes, he may be invisible to the cameras, but he's not invisible to our list where we rank Nightmare Fredbear at 15. His mechanic is that he is invisible to the cameras and can only be seen when he reaches the left doorway, and you must then close it on him. Amazing game mechanic and amazing character with a terrifying design. The thing that makes it all better for me is that he appears in the hallway and you have to figure out if you're seeing him or not, and making the wrong decision can be deadly, and I absolutely love it. Our next one gives me nightmares because it is of course Nightmare at number 14. His mechanic is that he's invisible to the cameras and can only be seen when he reaches the right doorway, and then you must close on him. Pretty much a reskin of Nightmare Fredbear, just the only difference really is that he appears in the right doorway instead of the left. But for me, the thing that makes him better is that he's a transparent black, which looks scarier and makes it harder to see him. Now let's buy his plushie quick because at number 13 we have Nightmare Bonnie. His mechanic is that once he appears in the hallway, you must go and buy his plush. I honestly love the fact that this is his mechanic because I believe it could be used as evidence for the theory that in FNAF 4, William pumps his kid's room full of gas and could have used that to administer it through the plushie, similar to Catnap from Poppy Playtime. But that's just kind of a little theory I have there. And this is also the case for Nightmare Mangle, who we already ranked. Sorry, please stand by because we're having technical difficulties with number 12. We got Lolbit, whose mechanic is that once summoned by ROX, their face will appear on the screen with a message saying please stand by, preventing cameras and doors from being used. And stopping them is done by typing LOL. The game mechanic is awesome. I love the design of Lolbit. I honestly like the colors for them over Funtime Foxy, and the mechanic reminds me of this Spider-Man show I used to watch. As a joke for a cutaway they would do is Spider-Man removing plugs from a TV and be like, oh, sorry, technical difficulties. I just absolutely love it. Now we are on to top 10. Now if you have enjoyed this ranking so far, consider ranking that subscribe button. And now quickly touch his bird because at number 11 we got Rockstar Foxy. His mechanic is that once you see his parrot, if you click on his parrot, he can give you a reward. However, there is a risk to it where he will jump scare you. The design of him is amazing, the Rockstar theme fits him perfectly, and with this mechanic, it kind of leans into the theory that Foxy is secretly a good guy, which I really never looked into that theory or never really thought about theory, because I've never really liked it, for example, because I think it's kind of a ridiculous one, but you know, it could be right. And we need to purchase another plushie because at number 10 we got Nightmare Mangle, whose mechanic is once he appears in your hallway, you have to buy his plush. And for me, the mechanic is okay. It's one repeated a lot, so for me it's nothing special, but the design for the Nightmare Mangle is horrifying, scary, and terrifying, which yes, I know those are practically the same word, but I don't know what else to say. It's absolutely amazing. But I hope you're hungry for number 9 because we got Robot Spaghetti himself, Molten Freddy. His mechanic is that he climbs through the vents and he can avoid the vent snare. Now to stop him, you must listen for his voice and then close the vent. An amazing character design, it's absolutely outstanding, and the voice performance by Kellen Goff is absolutely phenomenal. The jaws are starting to close now because at number 8 we have Nightmare Chica. Her mechanic is that once she gets summoned by ROX, jaws will begin to close on the player's screen and you must turn on the power AC rails. I gotta say, this is by far one of my favorite game mechanics, and it's absolutely horrifying, and it gives you a real sense of urgency, dread, and fear, whatever else I could say to get my point across. And her jump scare is way better than the typical jump scares in this game. Her character design is also petrifying. The only thing that holds her back is that she doesn't have any voice lines. That's my one critique about this character. It's now starting to heat up in here because at number 7 we have Jacko Chica, whose mechanic is that she'll appear in both hallways as it gets hotter, and all you need to do is close the doors. Now Jacko Chica is an amazing character with an outstanding design. The voice is perfect and she's absolutely terrifying. Now we are finally on to the top 5. Now starting off at number 5 we have Toy Chica for let's just say reasons. Number 4, and number 4 we have Funtime Chica for reasons again. And now let's get some music, Jimmy, because at number 3 we have Music Man, one of the best characters in this game, whose mechanic is that you need to keep the noise down or else he'll jump scare you. So why does he get number 3 spot? 1, it's Music Man. He's one of the best animatronics out there. 2, it's Music Man. Do I really need to say anything else? But now let's quickly get to the show because at number 2 we have Funtime Foxy, where his mechanic is that you have to be on the cameras at the exact time to watch his show or else. And I think this is an absolutely amazing game mechanic. I love this one so much because it's fun because you're trying to survive and it's like, oh boy, I gotta quickly run and get to a show, but it's absolutely amazing. And lastly, at number 1 we have who was that we have at number 1? You know, it kind of reminds me of this story. So I was sitting there once and I was trying to record a video, and then I got distracted by watching, I don't remember what it was. It was something good. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something funny, and then that what was it? That's right. Number 1, we have Mr. Hippo. His mechanic is once again very similar to the other mediocre melodies, where you use the audio lure to hold him in place and the heater to push him back. Now, why does he get the top spot? Because of his amazing voice actor and the fact that once he jump scares you, he goes on a very long monologue. Because for me, it's like you just lost your game, but now you have to sit through him just making fun of you for dying, and it's amazing. I love it so much. And there you have it. That is me ranking all of the Ultimate Customized characters. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any changes to this list that you think of, let me know and let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do have another ranking video as well you'd like me to do, please let me know, because I'll be happy to do that. Now remember, this is Someone Talks About Something. I'm Someone, you're Someone, we're all Someone. Have an amazing day, and peace out.